Well. Wow. What a market close we are going into today, folks. I have many times mentioned that for every single percent that Tesla moves, my portfolio moves at least $100,000. 1%, 100K. Okay. Tesla has not had a move like this in a very long period of time, folks. And I'll gladly take a 12.8% update. Woo, that is insane. Here I am trying to minimize how much of my portfolio is exposed to Tesla, which as of like before this explosion, I should actually look. Pretty sure it was like 38% or something like that. Now it's going to be even more. This is absolutely insane. If you are part of the Stocks and Psychology of Money group, you already know that I've made a few transactions around Tesla regarding options. Yeah, it's been very good. Yeah, so as of when Tesla was $909, Tesla had grown to 42% of my portfolio. If I move it to 1024, and that does that include the options? Oh, with the options, it would be 47%. If I change the price to what it is now it's at basically 50% again. Okay. Well, shucks. What a day. So, yeah, wow. All right, let's go Tesla. So congratulations. Volatility has skyrocketed on Tesla. If you are looking at volatility charts, which I also just posted 26 new lectures completely for free in my Stocks and Psychology of Money group. We talk about tracking historic volatility, where to look at it for free as well. And yeah, that's totally free. 26 more lectures just posted. But anyway, if you're looking at the historic volatility for Tesla, it is now almost twice its historic volatility in the last 100 days. Yeah, or almost twice. Actually, just ticked up a little bit more here towards the last few minutes of the day. Absolutely insane. Yep, the call options today. I mean, I have almost $2 million in options on Tesla, and yes, the calls have been printing. It has been absolutely insane. So anyway, geez. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and look at the broader market today. Just be careful, folks. Euphoria. I don't always want to be the guy that's just like, oh, be careful. But I've just been down this road too many times where we let euphoria get away from us, or like take over us, I should rather say. And then we forget that, wait a minute, the market does go down too. We do want to eliminate margin. We do want to make sure that the decisions we make are rational to a certain extent, of course, and that we don't go too crazy trying to chase things. Anyway, so we'll keep an eye on obviously Tesla, but the entire auto sector here is just mooning. I have options on Xpeng and NIO as well. I can tell you, I was not expecting the madness that we're seeing here today. Yeah, I've actually got multiple options on NIO. Gosh, I've got 3 options on NIO in Robinhood. I've got 4 options on NIO and Robinhood. Jeez, plus what I got a lot of NIO options. NIO's got a little bit more room to go, but wow, this is insane. What a day. I mean, look at this. Just it's so green today. We have Bitcoin just below 63,000 now. So we did run up intraday here to about almost 64,000 on Bitcoin. Did rotate down. If you have not yet watched my interview with Kevin O'Leary and the CEO of Mutable Capital, I highly recommend it. I thought it was a really phenomenal interview. I really enjoyed it. Usually, I'll be transparent. Usually, I don't like 3-person interviews. I'm not a big 3-way kind of person, but this was good. I really enjoyed this one. It was good. So check that out if you haven't seen that yet. So fun. The fun is expiring on fun. Fun is down 17%. Pinterest obviously getting beat up on losing its deal here, but with PayPal. But they did, it looks like, just poach somebody from YouTube. Which was pretty incredible. A lead content development person, specialist, I don't know, whatever, from YouTube. So I thought that was very interesting. This morning, I did also short DWAC. It is presently down 7.66%. I have not yet exited that position. It's obviously up, probably, whatever, 11% or whatever at this point, since it was up more when I shorted it. But anyway, Sam has flip flopped here. Sam down 3.9. Hippo's obviously sucking. Nothing new there. Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros finally letting off a little bit of steam. That was going nuts. I'll tell you, Robinhood has been one that has just been the slow bleed into the toilet. And volatility is actually surprisingly low on Robinhood. So, I mean, I've got personally enough exposure to Robinhood where I'm not like jumping up and down on doing anything. But Robinhood's earnings are coming up soon, actually. Hold on. Are they today? Robinhood earnings. Robinhood earnings are, when are they? Tomorrow. Robinhood earnings are tomorrow. And the hope for Robinhood is actually relatively low right now. Market's not very happy. Now, Robinhood could get absolutely decimated tomorrow. So, it would be very stupid to play options on it. But sometimes I do stupid things. So let's look at YOLO 1 week calls on this darn thing. Let's say you try to get something in the money here. What's down here? So let's see here. Let's go to call. Oh, they're all substantially down here. The problem is the theta decay on these things is absolutely brutal. You're losing 12 cents on a $2 contract here, which is very, very brutal. So 12 cents, you are basically losing, you're going to lose 6% on this contract between today and tomorrow. You'd be better off looking into an option for Hood tomorrow, because then you're potentially not, you're not paying interest basically for of 6%, right? So, it's on my radar. We've got another one that's reporting today, and that is Facebook. Let's see what Facebook has been looking like. So let's see here. Facebook actually appears to be up today. Hold on a sec. Where's the darn thing? Facebook up 1.25% as it leads into earnings here. Let's see what the expectations are for this one, because this is going to be a big one. All right. Thanks for the new stock classes. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Kathy Wood dancing around her kitchen with a glass of wine today. Yeah, no kidding. Today's one of the days that you celebrate, but cautiously. Remain cautious. What do they say when things are going good in the military? They say two things. One, it's too quiet. Number two, stay frosty. Okay, I was never in the military, so I don't know. Maybe I'm borrowing those phrases without any knowledge. At least I'm being transparent about it. Anyway, the average movement for Facebook is 5.22% at close for earnings. The expected movement is 6.05% for Facebook. We are expecting, let's pull this here, expectations. Expectations. Oh, wow. Okay. So Facebook, by the way, beats on almost everything all the time. They beat 8 out of 8 times on EPS, 7 out of 8 times on GAAP EPS, 8 out of 8 times on revenue, 8 out of 8 times on net income, 8 out of 8 times on EBITDA. So they tend to beat their guidance, okay? So if you're betting against Facebook, they tend to beat. Current expectation for adjusted EPS is 3.664. EPS gap is expected to be 3.174. Revenue is expected to come in at $29.45 billion. And net is expected to come in at 9.961. I'd like to know the user growth that they're expecting, but I don't think that's going to be easy for me to see here. Doubled my Tesla gains thanks to you. Should I take my initial investment and open up a Roth? Yeah, hell yeah. Look, as long as the Roth doesn't prevent you from getting into real estate, I'm a big fan of the Roth. Just don't let it stop you from getting into real estate, okay? So I think you did actually, Lulu. I kind of remember you leaving a comment. I don't know if it was you or somebody else, but somebody did, and I think there's a good chance it was you. You said Tesla's going to 1,000 today, so you nailed it. Congratulations. Okay, so Facebook's going to be really interesting. What else do we have for earnings today? Today is Logitech is going to report earnings today. And that's actually the next big one. We get a lot more earnings over the next few days here. In fact, the next few days are going to be insane with the amount of earnings that we're going to get. We might actually have to start doing our streams a little earlier or at least stay longer to cover them all. But anyway, earnings expectations for Logitech. Okay, Logitech tends to beat regularly as well. However, estimates have really been revised down, whereas with Facebook, estimates were revised up. So you have EPS adjusted coming in at 1.037. EP, if you want to trade this afterwards, you want to write this stuff down usually. The gap expected at 0.85. The revenue expected at 1.244. Net income adjusted is expected to come in at 167.5 mil. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay, good. So, all right. Somebody says Facebook strong support a 200-day moving average. Well, that appears to be where it is actually right now. 200-day moving average is 319.90. And the share price right now at 324. Yeah, I'd agree with you. That's a double touch on the 200-day moving average. I'd say you're not incorrect about that observation. So I don't think we'll drop much lower today. Maybe to 300. Maybe moving average 304 if it's bad, but sold off so much at this point. Yeah, it is true. You've already pre-sold off so much. There's a lot of negativity. Yeah, look at that support on the 200-day. You've got a lot of negativity. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be very fascinating. I don't know if this is something that I would necessarily want to short. Let's see what we can even look at, like option skew here, right? So we're at about 330 right now, close to 330. If I go for a 335 put, let me get both over here. 335 put's going to cost me 14.17. $5 below 25-ish, 12. Yeah, okay, but then you've got about a buck difference here, so 32. It's not actually that far apart. Yeah, they're okay. So maybe you're paying a tiny little bit of a premium for puts right now, but barely once you adjust for how the distance we are from these. So pretty similarly priced, I'd say. Let's see if you were to buy puts, which I think is a perfect way to lose money very quickly. If you wanted to lose money very quickly. Let's look at Facebook volatility too. Usually volatility before earnings is higher. Let's see where we stand. Oh gosh, yeah. Volatility is definitely up right now, and I would expect. See, you would have really had to have bought a put, probably Thursday or Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday would have been your last days to really buy a put if you wanted to play earnings here, unfortunately. So I think that opportunity might be bye-bye. With this kind of volatility, I mean, you are 20+% over the 100-day moving average of historic volatility. You're 10% above the 30-day. Not interesting to me. Tesla continuing to rip here, up 13% now. XPeng up 11%. I mean, look at the EV shift is back. And this is something that we've actually talked about on the channel, about how you at some point will expect a shift back to EVs. And this was what I had talked about and why I threw $500,000 into NEO at just about $35. It's why I kept buying Tesla throughout the summer. It's why I sold puts against Tesla. It's why I bought calls on Tesla just 2 weeks ago. And this is why I say, look, don't copy what I do, but if you want ideas, that's my goal, is educational ideas. Join that Stocks and Psychology of Money group. That way you get every single alert, just so you see, like, even if you don't like exactly what my trade is, that's fine. Like, please don't copy it. Just get an idea of, okay, this is where Kevin's looking. Why is his mindset here? What's he seeing? Or do I agree or disagree with it, right? Something like that, I think, is a really good idea for you to have in investing. So consider checking that out. You pay one time It's linked down below. You pay one time, and then after that, you have lifetime access. And anytime I add new lectures, it's totally free. Like this morning, I added 26 lectures, totally for free. I stayed up all night. I have not slept. Well, I slept a tiny little bit. But anyway, that's why I had to have Monster. Just to finish those, because yesterday evening, I'm like, anybody else have any new suggestions? And there were so many suggestions. And so I added more than I expected to. But anyway, I enjoy doing that. So check that out. Link down below next to the link for getting up to $50 for free with Public by going to metkevin.com/public. Metkevin.com/public. They don't buy or sell your information. You can follow me at MeetKevin on Public and get up to $70 for free. Okay, enough of that. Dogecoin, 26 cents. Let's see here. Pinterest, Hippo. Wonder what Hippo's volatility is right now. I don't think it's actually up that high because sell puts would be very desirable if it were. Potentially, unless it just keeps going down. InsurTech is just not. Yeah, no, it's just not particularly high right now. Oh man, Owlet getting smoked. Robinhood. I think there's a play on Robinhood. I don't want to own more shares, otherwise I'd consider selling puts. Wayfair. Oh gosh, Wayfair continues to bleed. What a loser. Come on, Wayfair, get with it. Apple, down 0.1%. That's nothing. The red is actually not that bad. I mean, a little bit of Apple, a little bit of Google to the downside. Not that bad. Momentum players here. Pinterest makes sense. Hippo just sucks apparently right now in terms of the stock market. I like the company. And I really think once you get the next couple earnings reports, you're going to have a, you potentially will have a catalyst for a change there. Michael Burry deactivates Twitter account. Loser. Sucks to suck. Anyway, he blocked me on Twitter, so I'm allowed to say that. I sent him an eggplant emoji, and he blocked me. How rude. How could you block somebody? I sent him a vegetable. Wait, is an eggplant a vegetable or fruit? I mean, it has seeds, but so do tomatoes, and they consider those vegetables. I don't really understand. Anywho, yeah, I mean, again, the red is not so bad today. I mean, nominal reds next to absolutely insane greens today. Yeah, oh my gosh, AMC went positive again. My goodness, the thing was so negative this morning. Even Matterport went positive today, which is absolutely excellent. I want to see Matterport volatility really quick. I still have not dealt with my oopsies on Matterport, which right now is playing in my favor. But let's see. I love Matterport. Short volatility. Tomatoes are fruits. Here goes the debate. Yeah, no, still low on vol. So probably going to continue declining as well. Should be good for sell puts. But anyway, I want to look really quick. MTTR sell. Let me look at. Come on, give me Matterport options. Here we go. Is this Matterport? Yeah, it is. All right, so I'm just curious. If I go to March and I sell, so see, I only get $1.15. That's kind of lame for a sell call for November. That's boring. You sold a call over here 53 days. That's better. Get $1.70 over here. $1.70, but I'd probably honestly rather take the 20. What's the interest over here? Oh yeah, I'd rather take this one. This one looks better. And if I were gonna sell a call on Matterport, so if a tomato's a fruit, then what's an eggplant? I guess they do call it Fruit Ninja, not Vegetable Ninja. So bad jokes. That's no way. Really? Hold on. 40 times 100. 4,000 shares. How many shares? Oh, okay. So if I did 400 contracts, $36,000. 90 cents. You got some insulation divided by 22.5. Plus the insulation, that's 4%, but I'm also getting the insulation of about $3, really. Yes, it's really like $3.90. It's not bad. It's like 17%. It's not horrible. A sell call. I'll wait for it to do a little bit of a run, I think, before I do anything. We'll wait on that. Is a firm dipping a little bit? Let's see what you got. Oh yeah, I mean this thing is still skyrocketed over 160. Oh yeah, look at that sell-off into the close. I wonder if we have a little bit of a sell-off into the close on multiple assets happening right now. Just classic profit taking. No, not seeing it on the SPY. Not seeing it on Tesla. Not seeing it on Coin. Was there news? Firm. Okay. After pay, are we? No. No, I don't see any news in particular. Other than this,
that expire in 4 days, that have seen more activity today than anything else. So it's kind of a chase and a squeeze on top of all this other bullish stuff and Tom Brady and it's crypto adjacent. I can give you 20 other reasons why people feel good about owning it, and the true long-time holders are never going to want to sell into it. But you're not talking about this versus Ford. That's just kind of, that equation doesn't match up anymore.
I like the crypto equivalent, or
yeah, adjacent.
Yeah, that's a new category. It's true. Shares of Kimberly Clark getting hit today following mixed earnings before the bell. Along with posting an earnings miss, the company did lower its full-year outlook on higher inflation and supply chain challenges, and now expects its adjusted operating profit to decline 20 to 22% from last year, compared to its previous forecast of 11 to 14.
Kimberly Clark. Okay, yep. DWAC is now down about 8.49%. Let's go ahead and look at some coverage here. Yeah, we did cover the PayPal pins thing. Sucks to suck, which does affect me because I have some calls on pins and they are not happy. Oh well, can't win them all. So let's see here. Yeah, Tesla's dominating. We know that. Biden promotes economic agenda. Exxon CEO floats pay hike to combat major employee attrition. Ooh. Hold on a second, folks. What do we have here? This is actually quite interesting. Exxon CEO floats pay hikes to combat major employee attrition. You know, Jack Dorsey just came out and said he expects hyperinflation. In fact, if you have not seen it yet, it's worth going on Twitter. And of course, if you haven't followed me there yet, make sure you do that by going to @MeetKevin on Twitter. But what we should do is go to @Jack, which apparently Twitter doesn't want to load today because everybody must be going to @Jack. But if you go to @Jack, not to be confused with my son, whose name is also Jack, if you go to @Jack, we have a reply here somewhere about inflation, and we want to get that. Gosh, he actually tweets somewhat frequently. So, oh, there it is. Hyperinflation. Look at that. Hyperinflation is going to change everything. It's happening. That's the CEO of Square and Twitter saying this. And at the same time now, we have the CEO of Exxon saying that they have to raise wages to combat major employee attrition. Exxon is weighing salary increases as it tries to halt employee attrition across its business divisions after sweeping job and benefit cuts. CEO Darren Woods told employees at a town hall style meeting that they should be encouraged by the ongoing salary review process, according to a recording of the event. The policies we're putting in place will get back to where people can begin to see a different path going forward than the path we came out of in 2020. Woods didn't give any indication in terms of the size of the pay increases, but Exxon disclosed plans last year to cut 14,000 workers by the end of 2022. They employ 72,000 folks. We anticipate 22 will be followed by typical annual salary and promotion process. Okay, what does this mean? Where's the quote? We want to find where the quote is. Where is it? Everyone in the room today and calling in knows that we're having some major attrition issues. While this can be kind of glazed over with the decision to have layoffs last year and the economy as a whole, really every business line is having attrition issues. Ooh. So every part basically of their business really taking off in terms of pricing. She then asked Woods what the company could have done to mitigate the situation. A moderator said it was a very popular question. In response, Woods acknowledged the company has more attrition today and that it's not something we obviously want. However, Exxon is not unique in losing workers after the pandemic. Yeah, no kidding. A lot of people are losing workers. In prepared remarks on Exxon's website, Woods was upbeat about the oil exporters' prospects because of rising prices for crude, natural gas, and petrochemicals. Exxon is scheduled to report on the 29th. We're going into the salary process today. Okay. All right. Interesting. Good moves there by Exxon, implying more of that wage pressure. Let's go. Let's take a look at the Facebook earnings preview over here. Let's see what we got.
That management did not respond to. This all comes as today, Frances Haugen, that whistleblower, testified before a UK committee that is working on an online safety bill. She pointed to the danger of Facebook groups in particular as a tool to spread misinformation. Facebook responding, saying, quote, "We've always had the commercial incentive to remove harmful content from our sites," noting that it has invested $13 billion with over 40,000 people working to keep users safe. And now the attention turns to earnings and how much Facebook could be impacted by Apple's operating system changes and a broader ad pullback that hurt Snap's results. Facebook revenue growth is expected to slow to 38%. That would be down from 56% in the second quarter. The company is projected to report 1.9 billion daily active users and 2.9 billion monthly active users. But there will be particular attention on whether user engagement in the U.S. and Canada declines, if there's any commentary on teens engagement after the Facebook files revealed some weakness with that demo. Guys, back over.
Yeah. No kidding. We'll see how that ends up evolving. It's going to be interesting. You know, they really haven't missed, and analysts have increased their expectations. I do not hold any Facebook. This is nothing. There's nothing fundamental about my reason for not holding Facebook. It's just I just don't like Facebook. I've never liked Facebook. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard as a user. If you don't use it to be very bullish on it. You know, I use Instagram, but Instagram also censored me, so F them. I know that sounds tinfoil hat-ish, but it's also the truth. All right. All right, what do we got here? Tesla soars. Employees pleaded with Facebook to stop letting politicians bend rules. Yo, what? Hold on a second. Look at this Financial Times article. We only got a minute here, so we're gonna have to be really quick with this one. Tesla split? That's a good question. I'm gonna put thought into that. I don't think so yet. Okay. Employees pleaded with Facebook to stop letting politicians bend the rule. Facebook senior executives interfered to allow U.S. politicians and celebrities to post whatever they wanted on the social network, despite pleas from employees to stop. Leaked internal documents suggest, yeah, we've actually seen this before about celebrities. I didn't know that carried over to politicians, but I guess it makes sense. Employees claim in the documents that while Facebook has long insisted that it is politically neutral, it allowed right-wing figures to break rules designed to curb misinformation and harmful content after being stung by accusations of bias from conservatives. Ooh. In September 2020, just ahead of the U.S. presidential election, the author of an internal memo wrote that the director-level employees have written internally that they would prefer to formally exclude political considerations from decision-making process. Okay, wow. Let's go ahead and look into the close here. DWAC is down about 10% going into the close. Tesla going into the close right now is up 12.55%. Let's listen to the bell.
And Staples. Dow, S&P 500, both going out with gains that will take them to new record highs. The Nasdaq, for its part, gaining almost a full percent, and small cap doing the best of all, also gaining almost 1%.
There you have it, folks. The Russell 2000 up 0.93%, the Nasdaq up 0.9%, the S&P 500 up 0.48%, Dow Jones Industrials up 0.19. This is a record closing day. And we've got earnings coming out on Facebook and Logitech. In just a moment, we're going to look at how things closed for the day. But quickly, prepare yourselves. Write this down. If you have not yet written this down, you should write this down, especially if you're thinking about trading Facebook in the after hours. Elon Musk just tweeted, wild $times. I want to write this thing down about Facebook, but and Logitech earnings. But we quickly have to reply and go. I tried to lower my allocation to Tesla, and then it skyrocketed. Now I'm over 50% again. I lowered my allocation to Tesla by buying other stocks. Then Tesla skyrocketed. Okay, cool. So Facebook earnings coming up. All right. Facebook, we are expecting a 6.05% movement in either direction. EPS adjusted of 3.664, EPS gap 3.174, revenue 29.45 billion, net 9.961. Logitech EPS adjusted 1.037, EPS gap 0.85, revenue 1.244, and net income over at Logitech 167.5 expected. So let's see what happens. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to go ahead and pull up Facebook right now and Logitech to see how we get these earnings here. So we'll have these up. Let's also go ahead and see how things have closed for the day. And make sure we have these up. Okay, we've got Facebook up on deck, ready to go. And let's hop on over to see what we got. So how did we close today? Well, we closed with Genius Brands coming really out of nowhere here, up about 51%. Shiba Inu now at about 4,200. Congratulations, Sheep Army. You got HUD 8 Mining up 17%. Congratulations, HUD 8. I've interviewed HUD 8 executives twice, and they are really, really cool people. I love them and support them. They're great. You've got a BRPM, which is the FaZe Clan SPAC, first sort of esports SPAC to, basically be announced, up 14.89% right now. Tesla ending the day at 1024. Let's go. 1024, that's like a kilobyte, right? It's 1024. It's always by 24. Okay, good. Then you've got Ocugen 12.26. This one fluctuates a lot. Xpeng has been left in the dust for a while here, and it is now up 11.5%. Absolutely incredible. Lucid Group jumping 11.36%. QuantumScape joining in the EV movement here, along with Lion Electric, both up over both of 10 and 11% here. And we've got some block crypto companies like Coinbase up substantially here, 8.21%. ChargePoint's up 7.68. Incredible. Arrival 757. Canoe 687. Toast is up. Neo up 6.16. Congratulations. Really good on Neo. I just bought a bunch of Neo too, so that was great for Etsy. Oh my gosh. How is Etsy up 4.68%? Etsy just keeps going. This is another one of my faves. Anyway. EXPI up 4.61. Wow, another run on EXPI here. Absolutely incredible. And then we have Cloudflare heading to 200. Unreal, Canadian Solar 4%, Palantir 4%. This is a day to celebrate the stock market. Don't get too euphoric, though. We usually have big greens followed by reds. I just always like to be cautious and realistic. But this is very nice. This is the kind of day to celebrate holding. I personally don't like chasing gains like this, but this is absolutely incredible. I'm going to buy the dipper, remember. Corsair actually moved up 1.18. Oh, here we go. Okay, Facebook. EPS comes in at 3.22. I can't tell if that's revenue. Net revenue comes in at 20. Net revenue missed, $29.45 billion was the expectation, came in at 29.01. That's a miss. Monthly active users come in at a miss, 2.91 billion versus 2.92 expected. EPS comes in higher than expected. It comes in at EPS gap came in at 3.22 versus the 3.17 expected. It does look like revenue missed as well, 29.01 billion versus 29.45. So we missed on the top line, we missed on users, and we did beat on the bottom line. But that's a double miss right there on Facebook. Facebook now dropping about 3.5% here into the after hours. Facebook missing after, let's see here. Facebook announces a $50 billion boost in share back authorization. They're saying that to try to prop up the stock because they know it's going to come in bad. We've got, trying to find where the adjusted EPS is here. Still trying to figure that out. This is actually not listed yet. But yeah, this is a miss again on Facebook. We've got GAAP EPS coming in at 3.22, which was a beat on the bottom line by about 5 cents as a beat. But again, we missed on the top line by about $440 million, 29.01 billion versus 29.45 expected. That is a miss of approximately, let's see here, 29.01 versus 29.45. That is a miss of only about 1.5%, but it's still a miss. It's not a beat. This is one of the first times that out of the last 8 times that Facebook has actually missed on revenue. This is sort of the beginning. Facebook's forecast. Ooh, not good. Facebook's forecast coming in at 31.5 to 34 billion. The estimate was 34.8. So now we have a miss on revenue, a miss on users, a miss on guidance. We do have a beat on the bottom line, though. Stock obviously mixed right now. It's actually only down about 0.7% right now. Let's see here. Daily active users, still an increase of 6% year over year. Stock all over the place. This is why predicting earnings is so difficult. You get this kind of nonsense where it just goes all over the place. But yeah, definitely trying to prop their stock up with that boost in 50. Was it 50? How much was it? 50 billion? Yeah, $50 billion boost in share buybacks. That's probably honestly why the stock's going up. This is why I'm saying, like, how can you bet on earnings? Like, you bet on earnings and you try to short Facebook by buying some puts on the thing, and then you're right, they miss, like they screw up, but then the executives are like, oh, but don't worry, we'll just buy back $50 billion worth of shares, which is, on an $850 billion market cap, buying back 50 billion, that's a 6% bump, folks. They're buying back 6% of their market cap in shares. Of course that's gonna buoy the stock. I mean, if they didn't do this thing would probably be down 4 or 5% right now. But again, here you go. They don't want to see their stock price go down, so we'll just do some buybacks. No worries, don't mind me. We'll just buy back a bit. Yeah. Okay, so next up is Logitech for earnings. We'll wait for Logitech earnings to come out. Not out yet. But again, Facebook still moving here on this excitement. Tesla actually up another point, another third of a percent actually. Canoe running in the after hours as well. Twitter 1%. It makes you wonder: is this the beginning of a potential electric vehicle run again? Who knows? Could entirely be. Dave & Buster's down a little bit again. Lemonade's down a little bit. The InsurTech is not happy right now. It seems a lot like EV is taking over the secular trend right now. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Let's go ahead and see what CNBC has to say about the Facebook results.
Consensus estimate. So that range is lower than the estimates, and that does seem to be due to continued headwinds from Apple's iOS changes. So this is something that's weighing on results now, but will continue to weigh on results in Q4.
Yeah, they also say they expect non-ad revenue to be down year over year in the fourth quarter as they lap the strong launch of Quest 2 during last year's holiday season. I mean, stock's still looking up a bit, but I would seeing the call is going to be quite instructive potentially, Julia.
Yeah, all right, we're going to pull off this here. So let's go ahead here and see. Let's What do we have here? We're waiting for Logitech. Talked about Facebook here and waiting for Logitech to come out. I want to see what time we're expecting Logitech earnings. Right now, we don't have the answer to that, but I will get it. Earnings for Logitech are expected later today. It might actually not be during this live stream, unfortunately. Well, if it comes in within the next 10 minutes or so, we'll see. So somebody's quoting, what is this? From Elon. Yeah, I was actually just looking at that tweet. So why does it do this? Come on, Twitter, get your act together. All right, so Ross Gerber tweeted, where was it? He just had an Elon reply. So maybe I should just look at Elon. Elon replies. Here we go. Wow, what a great way to start the week. Tesla gets an order of 100K cars from Hertz. Huge move in super smart rentals and huge demand going green. The rental fleets need replenishment. Stoked. Elon says, strange that moved valuation, as Tesla is very much a production ramp problem, not a demand problem. Yeah, that's actually a nice way to put it. Basically, what Elon Musk is saying, like, it kind of is a little bit of a cavalier tweet, which today he totally has the right to be cavalier because it's kind of like, well, we all know everybody wants me. It's just a matter of me being able to put out enough cars. Don't clip that. But anyway, that is, yeah, that's interesting. Sorry to Tesla beta users for the trouble. Yeah, they had a rollback. Issue turned out to be power saving mode, interacting FSD, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. No problem. That's been fixed. Okay. So, yeah, what else do we have? Let's see if we have anything else. I don't think we're going to get the Logitech today. Yeah, probably not. Okay. Let me get my 99 range coffee cup here, and let's see what we got over on the Blooms. Gotta love other people slurping coffee in your ear. Sorry. I don't like it when people do it to me, but I just did it to you. That's why I have a straw. It's just too hot right now. Maybe I'll just have to mute the mic when I do that next time. Maybe I'll do that. I'll think about it. All right. How did Treasury yields end today and oil? Let's take a look at this. Okay. So what do we have here is obviously the indices dramatically, dramatically green here. Bonds actually down. Despite this market surge, concerns actually going down. Oil going down off of that 86 level a little bit. 10-year treasuries down a little bit. Facebook in the after hours up about 0.71%. Absolutely unreal. Ha! Somebody says coffee at 1 p.m. Ha! You would be right to be asking me coffee at 7 p.m. Coffee all day long, sir. Okay, so what else? All right, Dave and Buster, I just want to know if Redfin's ever going to come back to life. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe the whole real estate movement is going on a big retreat here for a while. That's all right. Etsy actually down a little bit in the after hours, but not bad. 0.25%. It's not bad at all. Where's Enphase? Enphase having that big update today about their new IQ8 micro inverter, which can actually now power your home without a battery when the power goes out, which is something that you currently cannot do even if you have solar. I know it seems intuitive that if the sun is shining and you have solar panels, if the power goes out, you should have power, but you can't do that right now unless you have a battery. Well, the new microinverter from Enphase enables you to have sunlit driven power without a battery. That substantially increases the competitiveness of Enphase. I think that's highly understated. I don't know if that's going to cannibalize battery sales. I doubt it, since we're in such a battery shortage right now. If anything, that should convert people to avoid the expensive battery costs of going to other developers and making sure they go over to Enphase products, which I think is phenomenal. I mean, Enphase, wonderful, wonderful company. Very, very excited about it. Okay, so let's see here. Why is he ignoring BKKT? I'm not ignoring it. I Don't know anything about it. Let me see. BKKT. All right, let's look at it. Backed Holdings. Oh, isn't that company that we were looking at this morning with the MasterCard? That Backed Holdings? Is that? Holy crap. Backed. Oh, it is. This is what we looked at this morning. Oh, we looked at this morning in the live stream this morning. Oh, I didn't know they were public. Apparently they are. So this is wow. Okay. BKKT Backed Holdings. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. On this MasterCard deal? Wow. They were at $12 this morning and they ran up to $30. Holy moly. I did not see that one at all. Very interesting. What's the market cap of this company? Backed stock. Let me find out. I'd like it to just show up here. Finance.google.com. See if I can get it. Backed. It started as a SPAC. Oh, was this a SPAC? Holy moly. Oh, wow. Very interesting. So what's the cap of this? Oh, wow. It's a tiny company. Oh, this is a teeny tiny company. Okay. Yeah, we talked about this morning, about their partnership with MasterCard. I had no idea they were public. That is very cool. Backed Holdings. Wow. Stuff moves fast. They also have an app. We talked about that this morning, about how they have an app in the App Store. And it's one wallet, many possibilities. Interesting. Huh. That's impressive. Okay. Well, yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations to those of you who invested in this. What a move there on back. That's very incredible. Yeah, it's moving like crazy right now too. But wow. I don't even know if it's time to do any kind of analysis on this thing. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the partnership with MasterCard is huge. So the company literally has zero revenues, by the way. Zero revenue company. And I don't even have projections for revenue. I literally have nothing. We could go to sec.gov, but we're probably going to get nothing as well. BAKKT. Isn't it BAKKT? Backed Holdings, yeah. All right, let's see what we got on this one. Notice of exam. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Backed Holdings Investor Relations. Right. We only have an investor presentation, huh? If I serve and back to innovate on mainstream views for crypto. That was today. Companies, blog, tech, investors. On November 12th, they report. Earnings call, November 12th. You all present. Yeah, all we have is a presentation from them. It's a past presentation of what this company really is about. But these are usually sales pitches, right? So not super excited about going through this right now. I'll go through that at a different point. But wow. Yeah, good for Backed. Yeah, that is some massive euphoria here that's heading in. Yeah, good for them. I will add it to my watch list though. So can't win them all. Okay, cool. So what else do we have here? We have Genius and Facebook. Facebook now up 2% with that buyback. That buyback is everything. Win looks like it's trying to be up right now. Alphabet 0.78, got it. CRISPR Therapeutics, okay. Looking at the downside, Playboy down 2%. No massive movements otherwise in the stock market here after hours. So yeah, okay, cool. Well, at this point, I would say if you want to get all my buy-sell notifications and you want to learn what I know about stocks, whether it's fundamental analysis, technical analysis, we want my alerts on when I buy, sell crypto or, momentum, whatever. Check out the program link down below on Stocks and Psychology of Money. Get your free stock worth up to $70 with Public. Go to metkevin.com/public. Get life insurance in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life. And folks, we'll see you in the next one. Really appreciate you. Thanks again.